Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Adult Puzzle Podcast. And I'm your host, humble host, if I may add,
Okay.
Lamide, Mide, the ish, the guy. Uh, and I'm here with amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, talented, multi-talented, smart, savvy,
Okay.
sweet, the
Okay.
queen, Ebony herself, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
The Afro goddess.
How do you even keep this up?
Yeah, she's just the overall best man. Overall best minister of enjoyment. Overall best minister of
I like that's my name.
travel and tourism. All that. All that good stuff. I want you to
Uh,
think of Bali. Think of Lola Day. Like think of Lola. Think of Bora Bora. Think of Lola.
okay.
Think of
Okay.
Cancun. Think of Lola. You understand what I'm saying? But if you think of, weird places, don't think of her. But if you think of all these beautiful places, think of her. The Bahamas, think of her. You understand what I'm saying?
As
Like,
you're thinking of me, you can also be buying tickets for me so I can go to these places because I would appreciate it. I don't just want the thoughts, I want to be there too.
you heard her, you know what I'm saying? Like, email us already paid tickets. And
That would
if,
be nice.
what you guys don't know is if Lola goes, I'm going. Like, I'm the plus one you did not know came with the invitation. I'm that guy.
Exactly.
So, bruh, if you're buying for her, just know she's sleeping
Just
me in
make it
there.
two.
Just make
You
it
could make
two.
it three because you could come two, whoever you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have a good time. We're all for that. Just
Oh,
give
for
us
that.
like 2 weeks notice so we can let our people know that, yo, this event is coming up. I'm sorry I won't be able to work. I won't be available on this Teams call.
I swear, Lamide, if
Someone wants to
somebody
take
tells
me to
me,
Bali.
yo, I have a ticket for you from Bali, fuck the meeting. I'm gonna take the meeting from Bali. Don't worry about it. I got COVID. I need
Yo,
5 days quarantine.
how does that conversation even work? You go like, I can imagine if someone just tells you during the weekend, like, "Oh, laddie, do you want to go to Bali?" You're like, "Hell yeah!" And
Yeah.
you're like, "Okay, I just bought a ticket for next Saturday." You're going into Monday's meeting, going like, "Yo, I need to tell you guys something." An emergency
It's
just
just
came
to
up.
call sick. That's all. It's
An
not hard
emergency just
at
came up.
all. It's just to call sick, especially now in COVID. It's so
Yo,
easy to
I
have
love that word
hypothetical
emergency.
COVID.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they see your pictures and you be like, no, that's from like 2 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, I took that a while back. Don't bother about it. I was just reminiscing and I had to
Yo,
post that out
oh
there.
my gosh. Can I say something? So I have this
Yeah.
rule for myself where
Mm,
I don't follow any of my coworkers on social media
right.
for so many reasons, but the main
Uh-huh.
reason is that I don't want them to know where I'm at because
Mm, mm,
there are times when hypothetically I have
yeah.
a stomach flu or
Uh-huh.
my ass is on a plane somewhere. They don't need to know that, okay?
TMI, TMI,
Right.
TMI.
So I don't follow them for that reason because
Uh,
hey, they can't be knowing your every move.
and it's interesting you said that because I agree a whole lot. Personally, I'm bad with social media, and
Yeah.
it's good you brought it up. You just slid it in there. Our conversation today is around that subject.
Mm.
And I naturally, off the bat, always tell people like the social media era thing. I kind of feel it's just because I've gauged it so much, and I just feel like, yo, cons are more than pros. So I really love to
Mm.
protect. I really love to protect my space around it and what I put out there. I know
Mhm.
we'll talk about this a lot more in detail, but like simply put, like I can consider myself a really bad. And the truth is, I really know how to use it. I know how to get the best out of it. But because I've not mentally plugged myself into the space of being a necessarily slaved to it from the creating standpoint,
Mhm.
like I'm much more a slave to, and I hate that word, but I'm much
I'm
for a
like
slave to it.
enslaved.
Yeah, from the
Why are we
entertainment
using that?
standpoint. No, no,
Okay.
okay, that's right. That's a strong word, but like,
Yeah.
um, it hooked me. The social media thing has hooked me from the perspective of just light entertainment, nothing
Mm.
more. I've not
Right.
crossed the border of commenting everywhere and giving bad comments or being on gossip. Like, that's not me. I've not gotten to the point where I
Would
have to have a finsta. I've not
yeah.
gotten there. Like,
Would you say you're more of a consumer on
that's what I'm
social
saying.
media than
Yeah,
like
exactly.
give putting your content out there?
But consumer for like light
Entertainment.
entertainment, just because
Gotcha.
the
Not really
world,
people's lives.
yeah, just because the world is already so like serious in a way. So I just go there, have
Yeah.
a good laugh, have a good time. Like, I'm
Yeah.
laughing 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm good.
I
But
feel
like,
that.
there are people that, anyway, we'll get to all that.
Wait,
But like,
what would you define your relationship with social media? Like what does that look like? You kind of explained some now, but I kind of want to know from
yeah,
your perspective.
um, I would say it's not totally healthy because
Okay.
even with how conscious I am, or
Mhm.
how much I filter the space and everything, I don't like the fact that it consumes a lot of my time, but I can't control
Mm,
it. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Like,
Yep.
I can't
Yes.
say, yo, I'm out, peace, y'all. That kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I can put it out of my jurisdiction. Yeah, I can do that, but mm, I would say semi-healthy because
Okay.
the it doesn't take a lot of virtues away from me, but I will like this year, hopefully, I can reduce to a reasonable extent the amount of time I spend on it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, yeah, semi-healthy is fine, I guess.
And
Semi-healthy
you're
is
more
fine.
so a
Co-
consumer rather than like putting your life and content out there.
yes, bro. Yep.
Yeah.
More consumer. I mean, up until AP
Yeah.
and the kind of work I was doing with, cause yeah, I
And
used
we
to.
need to be better with social media. But
Yeah,
we're coming out hot this year. Don't
yeah,
worry.
definitely. Oh shit, you guys are definitely in for a treat this
Hmm.
year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. But yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I'm more necessarily personally on the
Hmm.
consumer side. Aside like businesses and stuff, or AP
Yeah.
for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
How about you? How's that like for you?
I'll say my relationship with social media comes in waves. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I barely go into the apps.
Right.
Very few times like that actually happens. And sometimes it's just bad. Like I spend hours on it for no damn reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, after I've been on it, I'm just like, why have I been here for so long?
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, I think it can get overwhelming very quick. And I usually know when I'm getting overwhelmed. And usually when it's overwhelming, it's when so many people are posting either about a specific thing that is just like heartbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
or so many people are just like sharing a lot at such a short period of time. So, for example, Christmas time, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
that time it felt very overwhelming. And that happens to me in waves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's sometimes where something is happening. If you remember during like the shooting that happened in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
or just when things shootings that happen here, and there's just a lot of content about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I don't like to see the news, I do, but sometimes it just gets overwhelming, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, why is this app making me feel mentally drained?
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, I think for me, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. Like I like it because I'm able to stay up to date with friends, especially friends that are
Mm-hmm.
not in my everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, entertainment. Lamide, we guys, Lamide and I be cracking up. And
The
I
kind of stuff
so
we send to one another, yo.
Yo, and it's not even just you, Lamide. I have like a bunch of friends who Kez
Uh-huh.
has joined the list because she sends me stuff now. But they're just people that know the type of content I like to consume. It's
Uh-huh.
stupid shit,
Uh-huh.
funny shit. I just like to see it and just laugh. Because there's some really funny things that happen in the world that you just would never know
Yeah.
if not for social
Yeah.
media.
There are some pages that I've even done like I can't unfollow them. I tried one time. I'm
Yeah.
like, these guys keep me glued too much. Like, what is
Yo,
it?
my
Did they
latest
use
one.
jazz for me? That kind of thing. So I unfollowed them, and I found myself going to the explore page, search for type their name, look at all the videos. I'll look like 20 at a go, and then go back to my neck, like my normal feed. And I'm like, who are you kidding? Like, just follow them
Just
back.
follow them. No, but I get you because there's some
Like,
pages like
bruh.
that you follow them and all that you see on your feed is their content because of how much they post.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I definitely feel that. But yeah. Last thing I want to say about my relationship with social media, I think for me, maybe a lot of people are like this too, but for me, I tend to not take things too seriously
Hmm.
on social media. And when I say things, I mean like people's lifestyle because I think people get so
So you can separate it.
yeah, it's like I think I'm like this too. So I know from my personal experience that
Hmm.
I only share points 000 something of my life on social media, and those that small percentage is just like a snapshot of what's happening at a specific moment. So
Hmm.
why would I go into someone's social media and just assume their entire life is like that, right? So I try not I tend not to take things too seriously, meaning that like yes, somebody has a certain lifestyle on social media, but there's so much more that you might not know from just that person's social media page. But of course, there are some people that like you see their social media and you can already tell, okay, this is a certain type of person and stuff. But yeah, I think lastly, social media has opened my eyes to a bunch of new things, like things that I just would have never known
Hmm.
if not for social media. And yeah, why are you laughing?
Because social media, I just like thinking of the overall concept and how it's like, it's just there for so many reasons and means so many different things to so many people. And for like you, even with entertainment and stuff, I'm just thinking of how terrible it can be for another person who is not approaching social media that way. Do you
Oh
understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? So like
yeah.
I laughed because like my own is even good. Do you get what I'm saying? Like ours is even good. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
You're
And
so right. Yeah, because I
it,
think there's so many people that, like, to your point, some people approach social media for their business, right? And I think
mhm,
for us, we're learning how to be in that, put ourselves in that perspective. Obviously,
mhm,
AP is not a business, but we are a brand, and we're trying to treat it like a brand compared to our
mhm.
personal pages. So some people approach it from that standpoint. Some people approach it for flex, like, yo, I just got this Gucci bag, I want to show everybody, and
Ah,
it's like, okay,
we'll talk
do you,
about those
boo?
people, and cause
So yeah.
it's a weird place. It's a really weird environment, and
Yeah.
once I discovered like the hack, which I kind of feel I've always known from like early, because
Mhm.
I don't think I'm one of those people that social media tricked into like believing the lifestyle or anything. Like
Yeah.
if you know the real foundation behind these things, people going to snap in front of people's cars, renting houses to like,
Do you know the
do
funniest one I saw
God.
like last year? There was
Wow.
this social media model, and like nothing against her, sis. I know what it's like to fly. Well, not what it's like flying regular economy is
Uh-huh.
perfect. But
Uh-huh.
this sis, she was on an economy flight somewhere, but
Uh-huh.
when the flight was still docked and like on the ground, she went to the first class and took a picture of like she was in first class, and that's what she posted on her Instagram. And
Dead.
there was this like other person that was next to her on the flight that
Uh-huh.
took a picture of her and was like, guys, don't be deceived. This babe was next to me or something. And there was like a whole feed about it. I don't even know how I knew this because I'm not on
Yo,
Twitter, but like it was just
it's
funny. Like,
it's
sis,
a
why?
weird place. And I mean, there was one time I think I saw a video. No, yeah. The lady herself was fessing up to it, and it's a big celebrity. I can't remember right now, but she was like, yeah, that the house that she used for MTV Cribs wasn't her house. I'm like, back up.
Oh, really?
I'm like, back up a
Okay, that
minute.
one is beyond social media. That's just you a flat out liar because it says
And I'm like,
MTV Cribs.
MTV Cribs is supposed to be like my house now. I
Yeah.
didn't know. She was like,
Yes.
yeah, that the label was in on it and whatever. Like, the thing is not, it was not a house. They rented it and she did.
Wow.
I'm like, bruh. the image that people trying to portray on these things,
Yeah.
like coach was never a bad thing, but now people can't even
The thing is,
confidently take
it's
a
not a
selfie
bad
in
thing.
coach. Like,
Right.
why can't you take a selfie in coach and be happy that you're going? Like, the destination is the same.
Right.
What's your favorite social media app? Let's say, what's your favorite social
Uh,
media app?
Honestly,
I think I know, but
wait,
if
what
you're
do you
going to
think it
surprise
is?
me, oh lad, they don't don't put me on the spot in the world.
Wait,
But
what do
is
you
it
think?
an IG?
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
think
okay,
IG is like, I'm not on Twitter. I'm trying. Okay, I'm not on Twitter anymore.
bruh.
TikTok, I'm not as obsessed as people. It's growing on
And
me.
that's the worst one. Oh, sure you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm treading lightly because I'm like,
Be
oh.
careful. The user experience is. A colleague of mine one time said it's a demonic app
No, I
because
believe
of
it.
how much the algorithm is a star 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 star.
Yeah.
It's designed in such a way that every you swipe up, you see content. You swipe right, you see content, and it's targeted.
To you.
So yeah, it's targeted content.
Wait, quick question. Instagram's Reels algorithm, has that mimicked TikTok? Because I feel like Instagram
Yeah.
Reels is
Uh,
doing something.
do you think Zuckerberg will allow
I see.
someone move forward
He said,
without seeing?
you,
When
stop
you
it.
like TikTok, okay now, no wala.
We're coming
No,
for
now
you.
coming for
You
you.
see the way
Yeah,
we took that
they
Snapchat?
built in the feature like ASAP.
Wow.
ASAP.
Wow.
Reels is supposed to mimic TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you're right. It's definitely Instagram. The others are so for me. And it's not even like I love Instagram. Instagram is just, if I'm being honest,
Mhm.
it's my one-stop shop. And it kind of
Mm.
sucks because I used to be on Snapchat. I'm not gonna lie, I used to like Snapchat a lot.
Should be Instagram stole their features too.
Yeah, and also if you remember, Snapchat, they had this massive like
Mm-hmm.
reshuffling of just their features and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
was back in the day, maybe 2018,
Imagine when
2017.
a new filter was like a huge thing on
Oh
Snap
my
and
gosh,
everything.
yeah. I think the biggest one was when you could put your location. That was so cool.
Yo, come on.
The dog
That was
filter.
the beginning of the torment. All those Instagram slay queens, all those Snapchat slay queens. That was like the beginning. Once you see London like this, it's all
Ah,
over.
forget.
If you want to
No,
tension your classmates like this, just add Manchester geotag. Yeah, that's what they call it, geotags. Just
yeah.
add Manchester geotag to your stuff and be like, yo, this guy chilling. Apparently, there was a hack. Oh. You can be in Lagos, Nigeria. You could
Of
use the man.
course, of course. Somebody figured it out. Why? Don't be
Bro.
like them. Don't be like them. If you're listening to this, don't do that.
I'm like, hey, what would we not see in this world? You're in Lagos, Nigeria. You're putting Manchester geotag. Okay,
Oh
carry
my
on.
gosh.
Carry on. Hmm.
Now I actually really like that feature because I don't know, I just like it. I don't know why. Um but yeah, Instagram is my one-stop shop because it has everything. And
Hmm.
Snapchat, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really post a lot. I do go to Snapchat more so to
Hmm.
consume like news, which is so weird because that sounds so stupid. I'm always consuming news from Snapchat, but I do like I watch like the NBC whatever and
Hmm.
occasional celebrity news whenever I have
Hmm.
time. TikTok is still growing on me, but I'm trying to tread lightly because I know how TikTok can go 0 to 100 real quick.
Hmm.
But I do like Instagram because it has like the pictures, the videos, now the reels. I'm not too much of a big fan of the ads and the shopping. It's like
Hmm.
they're doing a lot, but so far it's Instagram. What about you?
Well, simply put, well, I would say Twitter. I was going to say IG
Yeah, I was gonna
easily,
say
but
Twitter for you too. Yeah.
Twitter. It's a lot. It's a whole lot more toxic.
Oh yeah, I heard.
But but I think the first thing I did for my Twitter was to like put my page on private. Then, but I'm considering putting it back up on public now because there's some things I want to use my Twitter for,
Mhm.
and like again to promote AP more and just
Mhm.
have more. interesting conversations that I want to like put myself, out
Out
there in
there.
terms
I
of
love
like
it.
work, tech, entertainment, whatever. But like, so yeah, I'm considering opening it back up, but for the longest time, like my Twitter is private because hey, it's a seriously,
I heard
seriously
though.
toxic environment.
People just used
Anybody
to
can
get
come from anywhere
yeah.
and use trailer or submarine to clear you. And you'll be like, they'll use a whole submarine to
Guys,
clear
if you're
you or
not
a whole
Nigerian, Trilla is a
trailer.
huge truck.
Trailer will just jam you from nowhere. And you'll be like, what did you guys do?
Yo, that's how like a lot of people, I think a lot of celebrities, them get canceled. It starts from Twitter.
Bruh, what
Somehow
are you talking
somebody,
about?
yeah.
Twitter be crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
Like you're not even in the conversation, and there are people digging up tweets of you from like 2013, and
Yeah.
they're gonna use that to like, buttress their point and be like from where to where.
Yeah.
Even you 10 years ago was probably a much more horrible person than I was. Like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? Like,
Wait, I have a question because another thing I've seen too lately is that you can also see when someone retweeted or like commented on someone's tweet.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Jesus.
On
That's too
Twitter,
much
on
receipts.
Twitter,
I'm sorry.
on my feed, if I'm following you, I can see like Lola Day retweeted this, and I'll see the tweet that you retweeted. I'll just see your name in tiny characters on top of the tweet. Lola Day liked this. Lola Day retweeted this.
Like, no, I
I'm
don't like
like,
that. Even when they
no,
took off that feature on Instagram,
the
I was so
algorithm
happy.
doesn't show for all your liked tweets, but let's say
Okay.
like 1 in 10. The point is, so Twitter is all about the engagements, the
Hmm.
conversation. Imagine imagine Instagram, just the comment section engaging with one another. So that's what Twitter is built on. It's just the engagement and the conversations. So it's not necessarily Twitter is not necessarily about the pictures or the videos.
I know, I
It's the
know.
yeah. So like you can just be if you like the tweet or you retweeted a tweet, the algorithm is trying to say that there's a 30% chance or 40% chance that you probably want to know the conversation that I'm having or at that point in time, so you want to check it out, so they'll just show you like a flash, so they'll be like, Lola, they like this, Lamde
Yeah,
like this
that's so
tweet,
much
so
different than when I was
so
on
like
Twitter. So if I go to your page, let's say your page
uh-huh
was not private, can I
uh-huh
see all the tweets you've liked
you
and
see all my
retweeted?
tweets, you see all my likes, you see all my
Nah,
retweets.
that's too much receipts. I don't. What I was saying
Yeah.
earlier was like, remember when Instagram had that page? I hated
Uh-huh.
it so much.
Yep,
I'm
yep,
so glad they took it
yep.
away
That's
because
true.
I don't.
Instagram has grown. Yeah, there was a time you could
Yeah,
see what your followers were
we're
liking.
liking and like I'm like, no, no, let's not have that, okay?
Yep, yep, yeah. That was the
Yeah,
time actually.
that
Yeah.
was.
How long do you spend on social media on an average?
Um, on the weekday, which is
Mm-hmm.
so weird because that's when I'm working, I
Mm-hmm.
spend way more time on social media than on the weekend. Because the weekend I'm usually like out and about doing stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah. On
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
weekday, honestly, probably like 2 to 4 hours.
Ah, you're better than I am.
Are you serious? My job's supposed to be working. Oh,
That's what I was gonna say. Like you're better than I am, and the reason why, which is why I tell you, like I don't like that kind of. Again, it speaks to the way the world is set up anyway. I don't like the kind of hold it has on me sometimes.
same.
On the weekdays, I can be like, and I'm an intervals kind of guy, so I can't do straight. That's the thing. But if we sum everything up in a day, IG might have taken, and Twitter and everything, it might have taken a good 6.
Ooh, that's like
A
half
good,
of your day because you're 12 hours awake typically.
that math might not be mathing, to be honest. But I'll check pulse. I'll check some other guys out. I'll check what's happening in pop culture. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're definitely an entertainment consumer for
and
sure.
again, the reason why sometimes, and this is me playing devil's advocate to myself, because
Okay.
I set that timer thing to let me know when I
Oh.
use, and I'm only just pressing cancel or okay, and
Same.
I'll carry on.
Same.
I'm like, what the hell is
Same.
that? I've never obeyed that reminder once. Anyway,
Same. My ex used to like laugh at me because he's like, why do you I'm like, yo, sometimes you just gotta put a stop there for yourself.
you just
And if
understand what
your
I'm
body
saying? Like,
says don't resist, then hey, what can you do?
it's just crazy, man. But like, yeah, maybe 4 to 5, four to
Yeah.
five,
Do you
yeah.
ever like think about quitting? Just like fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
I've,
out of
I've
here.
done it before. Like I deleted the apps, deleted everything. Like
Wait,
yeah,
not deleting, because I feel like everyone says they delete the app, but deleting is different from absolutely deactivating your account, cutting it, like not being able to go back.
like if you like not being able to go back or not being able to go back for some time.
Okay, so you delete the app.
Uh
You
huh.
you don't have the app on your phone, but
Uh
once
huh.
you go back, you
Uh huh.
log in
Yeah,
and
I
your
can log
account
in.
is there.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not what I mean. I mean you deactivate your account. So if you were to go back into the app, you have
Uh
to
huh.
sign
Oh,
in and
like
sign up again.
sign up.
Yep.
Oh, yo, I haven't, but it's something I can consider to be honest.
Which
Like
of them?
yeah, like leaving and never going back.
Which of the apps? Like all of them?
I can do that for IG easy.
Oh, really?
I can do that for IG easy. I can even do it for Twitter too, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I can do that for Twitter too. I think that's the thing with me, like, no matter how, and that's why I thank God of like my hold, like my power for myself. I
Your
don't think
power.
there's a no, I have to appreciate myself.
More.
I don't think there's a single app, IG, Twitter, TikTok that has that kind of hold over me where it's like, yo, I cannot. Hey, if tomorrow there's a new order that says leave, IG and Twitter, if there was a if there was an order that said um delete your IG and Twitter today, get $500,000, I'm $500,000 richer ASAP. Like there's some people that
Duh.
that can't do that. Like
Okay, you're right. There are some
you,
people that can't do that, but who
I'm not one of
wouldn't?
those people. I'm not one of those people. Let's get to the money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I can quit. I can. Can you?
I've done that for Twitter. I literally the app was, and it's so funny because I feel like when I quit Twitter
Uh
was
huh.
before, because when I quit I was like, yeah, this app is toxic for me. People just say arrant rubbish,
The
like
arrows were hitting and touching you.
nonsense. And the thing is, like Twitter, it just shows you, well, at the time I don't think
Bruh.
the algorithm was set up, but it would just show you people tweeting just like crap. And
I'm telling you, you left early.
I
Oh.
left early. But you know what's funny? I
Now,
think if I had
yeah.
stayed,
Uh-huh.
I may have not deleted it because it feels like it got juicy. Because
It,
before it was very confined to just the people
uh-huh.
you knew and the people
Mhm.
they knew.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
now you could be following Rihanna and Jay-Z's gist without even knowing them.
And Twitter, I think I agree with you. Is a whole lot juicier right now because
Yeah.
Twitter banter is on a whole nother level.
Yes. I think
And
I
if you're
might
not a
join
if you're
again.
not a frequent user, you probably like don't understand. Like
Yep.
every new person that gets like signs up for Twitter, the initial like what the heck is going on here, how do I operate, but once they get into the thick of things they become like the worst versions of themselves, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the trailer is not only coming to meet you, you two are sending missiles like bruh, and
Yeah.
they've all zeroed their mind into the whole space of it's just banter. So sometimes you're actually hurting someone, but from your own point of view, it's just cruise. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're not, you expect the person to understand that this is Twitter and I necessarily do not mean what I'm typing. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
However, you can't like. not everybody has that thick of a skin. Not everybody understands the space to that level.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. I'm just thinking of the stupid tweets I've seen. They're always so funny too, and I like how they come over to Instagram because I'm not on Twitter, so I always see them on Insta. I'm
yo,
like,
someone said that
bruh.
one time, and that just shows you how powerful IG is.
Yeah.
When tweets still find their way back to IG,
Even TikTok. That's why
and
IG is the one-stop shop, like for real.
yo, let's talk about cloud chasing. I know we've
Okay.
mentioned it here and there in passing, but let's talk cloud chasing. You
Okay.
know, there's a culture now.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm laughing because it's an actual culture
It is.
of people that chase clouds.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
get it. What is that juice? Is that like you know
This
all these terms? You're the one in pharma and biotech. Are there endorphins that like are generated whenever you do this kind of like what happened?
endorphins. Honestly, I feel like we're in a generation right now that the idea of fame has
Mhm,
evolved, right?
mhm,
Before, famous people were people who were movie actors, athletes, and they were very far disconnected from people who are not famous.
right.
Versus now, we're seeing the quick to fame within a few months, their life is changing overnight,
Hmm,
and that is now what people aspire to be. Like
hmm,
we have less of, oh, I want to be a doctor, or, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because I think you should be able to aspire for whatever you want in life.
mhm, mhm,
However, because everyone is looking for that quick fame,
mhm,
people are willing to do whatever in the hell they need to do just to
mhm,
get there. And
mhm,
I think it's so ridiculous. Like it's absolute, like people would put stuff out there that is just lies. One, the second thing is, like, I think people are putting things that, in my opinion, some things are not supposed to be out there. Like there's some things that are supposed to be kept private. And I know there's a slim fine line here, because I fall guilty to this sometimes, but I think social media can be a very tinted image, in the sense
hmm,
that people put out the best version of themselves, and that makes you think everything is figured out in their lives. And that's why, like I said earlier, I've learned to not take things too seriously on social media. So, first of all, don't compare yourself to other people, because you don't know what is going on
mhm,
under the carpets in somebody's life.
mhm,
Right. However, on the flip side, and so to not make it seem like everything is okay, I think it's nice and refreshing. I don't always do this, but I think it's nice and refreshing when people are just real, right? Like they talk about their bad days just as much as they talk about their good days. They talk about their downfalls just as much as they talk about their highlights, right? So, what I'm trying to come at is, personally, I think it's good to share some things,
mhm,
good and bad. So, not just the good, to not put this illusion of everything is going well. However, I think on the flip side, some people put things that should not be put out there for the
mhm,
sake of clout, just to get like that reaction, just to get people talking. It's like, and sometimes it's not even always about their business. Like people are putting other people's business on blast just so they
mhm,
can get like attention. And you
mhm,
see this happen day in day out with like YouTubers, TikTokers,
mhm,
somebody's who was somebody's friend
mhm,
goes on TikTok and says, "Oh yeah, this person," and it's like, bruh, like you're just chasing clout. Like you're doing this for the 5 seconds of fame, hoping that this is the one thing that gets you to the celebrity that you want to be.
yep.
So that's my
Mhm,
opinion. I feel like it's funny to watch,
mhm,
but it's actually exhausting. There was one story I saw a few
mhm,
days ago, and this is how ridiculous it can be. This girl, she looks really nice, like beautiful girl, amazing. She was doing like a story time of like she posted a picture of her, so you could
mhm,
see the her, but on the side you could see her like commenting on it. There's a bunch of TikTokers that do this, and she was like, "Oh guys, can you believe that this is how I looked at my friend's wedding, and she sent me out because I looked so much better than her." And you go to the comment section, and people are like, "That can't be your real friend." Da, 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 da. Like, how will your friend send you out of her wedding? And she said, "My best friend too." So you two are thinking like, ah, now wow, like are people that, I don't know if
mhm.
it's insecure, I don't
Insecure,
know, whatever.
right?
Just to find out the whole story was fake and made up. And I'm like, of course it was fake and it was made up. Like, but guess what? She got like people's attention and stuff, but that's the
She
shit that happens.
already, the mere fact that people were commenting, that's the juice, that was the approval she needed. And I think, yeah, let me just say it this way. You already touched on like the general idea and notion I have about people that chase clout. I I hate the idea. Naturally I hate gossip blogs.
Oh, they're so
I've
juicy though. Yes, but I
They're
get
so
you.
juicy, but I hate them because
Yeah,
I feel they don't respect some
I
boundaries.
do. I do
And
agree.
okay, there was one I saw on the Shade Room, and the Shade Room is like even the most respectable out
Mm.
of those ones. They do a little bit of like verification,
Research.
they'll
Yeah,
research
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But I saw something like Kanye buys a new home opposite Kim.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And bloody, this guy's posted a picture of his house.
Oh yeah. Wait, was it really his house or was it just
His
a
house, his house.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's invasive.
he's
That's
gonna move there. Like
50
they
reasons.
posted
Yeah.
the picture of the house online.
Haven't
I'm
people
like,
learned from Pop Smoke? Like, bruh.
bruh. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bruh. His kids are gonna live there. Like, why in
Yeah.
the world do you think we wanted to know where he was living? And you will hear that a stalker is in their house in the middle of the night,
Yeah, that's
and
just
you guys
scary.
they will post about that one too. But
Yeah, of
like,
course.
how did they get? Just he said, of course. I'm
Yeah.
laughing, bro. How did these stalkers or how did these people get all this information? However, back to my original point, cloud chasing I hate so much, or I dislike.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word hate, but I dislike so much
Yeah.
because, like you said, it gives attention or it puts the spotlight on people who, quote unquote, are irrelevant. Like
And it's just
the
like
word
they're doing it,
celebrity,
yeah,
yeah, they're doing it for
the wrong reasons, in my
the wrong
opinion.
reasons. And for let's look at the word celebrity. Like you said, 10 years ago, the word celebrity was, high regard. Like that's a status that or more, that's a
Mm-hmm.
celebrity right there. Or that's like, if I saw Brad Pitt, I know I was saying Brad Pitt. If I saw, I don't know, uh, if I saw like
For me, it
there's
was
some
Usher.
Usher, whatever. Like if
Yeah.
I saw Jay-Z, B, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It could Meryl Streep. It could be anyone, literally. Like they
This
didn't
is the
just
one.
become a celebrity. Like these are
Yeah.
people that had to put in work for years. So like, there's a thing. I think time also in success is a huge foundation structure. Like if you are successful for like if you've been successful for a year
Mm-hmm.
compared to this person that's been successful for 7 years, I think you can't blame me for respecting the person that's been successful for 7 years more. Like the way they are in my own eyes is different from the way I see you that has just been successful for like 1 month or 1 year. Because it's hard to maintain success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving away from that, the word celebrity, one random girl now can be in a house and she will just dance routine. And before you know it, before the end of the quarter, she's on 12 million followers. That one too is now a celebrity. I'm like,
Yeah. I think there's
from where
still
to
levels
where?
to it though.
Ah,
I think
laddie, there's no levels to those guys. Influencers are spotted. I'm getting there. That's where I'm going to. Now, some of these influencers are even like the bag they get, laddie. You can't compare because the people with that we call celebrities that or we grew up calling celebrities, some of them they are okay with 1 million followers. It's not like they're okay, but like their work speaks for themselves. Just
mm-hmm.
it's not about them. It's about the work. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the material. It's about the whatever. But the whole industry has changed,
Yeah.
and I feel like that gives room to clout, and that's where the conversation is right now.
Yeah.
So when people notice that all you have to do is this, 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 this. There are some people naturally wired their only job now in life is to look for dirt on you or tell lies about you or
Yeah.
make up fake stuff about you
Yeah.
and create an entire page and be posting that and promoting that without consequences. And for me, I think it's dangerous, it's unhealthy, and it might be the downfall of mankind as we know it. Because I mean, the conversations that should be happening are not even happening to address this because it's promoting an entire revenue stream for people that shouldn't even be given the light of day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, and this is why I said I think there's levels to it because I think it's really easy. Well, not really, actually. Let me take that really. But with us being smarter,
Mhm,
nowadays people are more attentive to
mhm,
clout
mhm,
as compared to like a few years ago when social media just came out.
mhm,
Um, and so I think, especially with the 5 second fame type people,
mhm,
it's really easy to tell, like, okay, is this person able to replicate that one good thing that kept them relevant? Or is it obvious that that thing that kept them relevant was just a lie to get?
mhm,
So, the flip side is I think with the celebrity thing, I
mhm,
actually love influencer marketing. I actually really do. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because I think with celebrities before,
mhm.
they were so far away from
Yeah,
normal
that part.
where
Yeah, 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 yeah.
there was no even there was not much relatability with
Relatability. Yep.
the
They were
actual
like
person.
gods. They were like
Exactly. So it's
small
like
gods. Yep.
Beyonce said buy this, so I'm gonna buy this. Not because Beyonce even liked the product. It's just
Mhm.
Beyonce was getting paid to say this,
Yep.
right? And nothing
Yep.
against Beyonce. Like, girl, get like I love Beyonce. I'm just using her because like she's the goddess in my head right now.
Mhm.
However, with influencer marketing, it's actual people who, yes, now they do have higher respect, not respect in the sense of a following, more people know them compared to, people who don't have that much following. But
Mhm.
on the flip side, people are not just buying the things that they say from them because they said
Mhm.
it. They're buying it because they actually trust their opinions, right? They're influencers that if they say, Lola, go buy this, I'm more likely to buy it because I trust that they've used it, QC'd it before saying it out there. And there's levels to it because there's certain influencers that don't do that shit. And you can tell, right? So for example, one influencer that comes to mind is Jackie E. I love her so much, Jackie Aina. I love her so much. Another one that comes to mind is Remy. Like, these are people that if they say certain things, not just like go buy this, but if they're using certain things, I'm more likely to use it because their lifestyle correlates more with mine than Beyonce, and they get my day to day more than Beyonce. And so
For
I'm
my
more likely to be influenced by the choices, their purchase choices, than Beyonce. So I actually love influencer marketing. However, with the clout thing, I think there's certain people that, in my opinion, they're not even going to get there. They're not going to get to that level where like people look at them for influencing and
but
like being
but
a celebrity and all of
but
that.
my point is in today's climate, in
Yeah.
today's social climate, both are now interchangeable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like people clout
Yeah.
chase to become influencers
Yeah,
and
that's true.
influence clout chase to get more following or
Mhm.
endorsement or whatever. So like my point is like because of the accessibility or the attainability of it, the
Mhm.
word influencer and celebrity and the status that comes with a certain number of followers or whatever,
Mhm.
like people think it's okay to say some certain things because there are no consequences
Yeah. No,
attached
I
to it.
get that
That's
for
my point.
sure. Yeah,
That's my point.
I
Like,
agree.
which makes the word like it has even tarnished. Now you say influencer, like influencer. I think to me
Yeah.
should be a respectable thing too and everything. But even amongst celebrities, they don't respect them. They're like who is this 15-year-old or 16-year-old that just thinks because you're earning a bag or something, like you think you're like equivalent to, again,
I
it's the
personally,
stereotypical,
yeah,
looking down on, they see themselves on a certain level, whatever, blah blah blah. But I think they think that way because they've been victims of those kind of people. Do you understand what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I
and
don't know
that's
how
why
to
I get what you mean,
explain
and that's why I keep saying there's levels to it because I think there's some influences that, based on what they're doing,
it.
they actually have that higher regard of influencing people,
Hmm.
and they've just like how a celebrity has put in the work to
Hmm.
get a certain amount of respect and
Hmm.
know-how and all of that in the industry. I think
Hmm.
some influencers have done that and they deserve it, right? I personally think the bag influencers are
Hmm.
getting should not be limited because they didn't come out the traditional celebrity
Hmm.
way. I don't think so.
A memorable cloud chaser that comes to mind is one lady like that. I think she lives in Atlanta or something.
What's her
And
name?
she puts, I can't even remember, she puts Dangote's bomb bomb
Oh my
on the
god.
internet.
Is that an influencer though? Okay, let's actually break it down because I wouldn't
I'm
call that
like,
person an influencer. That's a flat out clout chaser who like you can't even, what are you influencing?
that day after having a good laugh, I'm like, oh wait, wait, oh. Dangote that is revered and everything. You reviewed such an intimate. I know the funny thing. Dangote did not abuse her. Dangote did not do anything.
Of
He did
course.
not do anything bad to her. She just wanted the attention. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
this
Wait,
man
Lamide though,
lives
that's
on privacy. He dwells on private. Like, what was the need? She wanted
yeah.
more followers and she wanted to promote a business. I'm
Wait,
like,
but would you call that an influencer though? Because I wouldn't.
who is an influencer? Let's see if we
I was
define that.
gonna say that because it seems like we're talking about two different things. In my opinion, that's a flat out clout chaser. Flat out. She's not influencing shit. Yeah, she's putting lies out there, and that's bad. But that falls into the bucket of clout chasing. Influencers, for me, in my opinion, are
Uh
people
huh.
who they've used social media to their advantage in the meaning of whatever
Isn't
their
that what she
craft.
did, Ladi?
Wait, I
She
haven't
owns a
finished though.
restaurant. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's used social media to her advantage, or they use social media in their advantage, in the
Right.
sense that like whatever crafts they have,
Mm-hmm.
they put out good content that people enjoy, people like, they replicate that, and because of that they're able to grow their following in an organic way and like build their brand and their entity like that. That's an influencer in my head because they're actively influencing the masses on whatever it is. You could call an influencer somebody that either lifestyle, fashion, sports, whatever. This girl, she put out a gossip out there. One gossip that was a lie. Well, I guess it wasn't a lie, but she put out secrets out there and then tried to promote her business. And then, like, what happened? People were able to point out that, yeah, this girl is just clout chasing. And I'm pretty sure people have, like, dropped her from a while ago. Also, look at, okay, I'm not trying to call her because she probably went through a tough time, but Dragon Girl, what's her name? uh Gorilla Glue. Did I just call her Dragon Girl?
Dragon. I'm dead.
Gorilla Glue girl.
Dragon girl.
Like I'm pretty sure she went through a lot because that in itself seemed like a very hard time to go through, like a hard thing to go through.
Mm-hmm.
But she went through what she went through. She put on the internet. People like gave her empathy, were sad for her. Some people clowned her, of course, but then she now tried putting some other type of glue on her head again, and then she says her head is falling off, and then she's trying to promote a business. It's like, sis, your 2 seconds have come and they've gone. Walk out. That for me is what I call cloud chasing. It's like you're obviously trying to put something out here that, first of all, it's not you can't keep replicating it. One, secondly, people don't really care about it, so people are not going to like click
Ah,
onto you.
like all those people that put up lies and
Yeah,
now come back to say, I'm
that's
sorry. That's,
clout. You
oh
can't
my
call that
God.
person an influencer, in my
That
opinion.
thing gives me headache, Lord. Like, headache. take 5 minutes of glory, five
Yeah.
minutes of
It's like
fame.
you're just chasing that quick
Like the
fame.
latest one that happened on IG, again, you say I'm using the word wrong, but that's what they said.
What?
IG model stroke influencer. She said Drake and her started talking in the comments. And one thing leads to another. Drake invites her to the hotel.
Yeah.
They're kicking it, whatever, cool. And one thing leads to the other. They have,
Okay, why
sex and
why
all
does
that.
that need to be out there? Like, I'm
Be
so
hearing,
sorry.
or be hearing. It has that. We've never got to the juicy part.
Are you
And
serious?
Drake uses a condom, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and he steps into the bathroom when they were done to throw the condom away.
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, she tells him that, excuse me, she heads into the bathroom and she digs out the condom.
Ah,
Ode,
ah,
Ode Dakini Sino Arai. And she
ah.
started complaining that on Joe. And Drake is like, oh yeah, that he put hot sauce to kill the shit. Like once he's
Wait, okay, can you
yes,
can you
now.
translate for the people that don't speak Yoruba?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, I apologize. I was lost there.
Somebody got carried away. He thought we were on the
Y-
phone.
Yeah. And he put hot sauce. What I'm saying is that he put hot sauce inside his sperm in the condom when he disposed of it, because that's what he told her, that he did that to like kill whatever in case of like, weird people and all that. But she poured the used sperm into herself.
Jesus Christ.
And she's suing Drake
Oh my
for
gosh.
she's suing Drake for putting hot sauce on his, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
from the whole
that's definitely a
activity that
clout
happened
chaser
and putting that out there. I'm
out
like,
there. First of all, she
which
should
is,
be ashamed of herself. Like, ashamed.
bruh, so many stories on it. And I think Drake kind of like responded like indirectly, and he was like, you can have your 5 minutes of fame.
Right,
I'm
right.
okay with the remaining 20 something, or with the remaining he put it in a rap, the way all these artists do and everything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the remaining 21 hours, no hour, that kind of thing, whatever.
That's
But
funny.
like, the point is, it's become such a
Yeah,
growing, I
yeah.
don't know.
I definitely agree with you. And I think some influencers can be cloud chasers.
Ha, some
Like,
bloody, hey, you don't know what's going on.
no, okay, that's also another thing. I think
And
you
again,
see more than I do.
I think because you also follow a lot of respectable
Yeah,
ones,
I
because
protect my
you,
space. Guys,
you
on
cannot.
Instagram, protect your space. Not just Instagram, every social. If not, you just be stressed. Stressed the fuck out. Protect your space.
IG is even one. You even said it now. I was about to go there before. Comment section. The comment section is
Oh,
an entirely
Jesus.
different space. Like, you can post a picture right there. Comment section. Someone be like, "Oh, buy your wig, 75K, 100K, 150K,"
Do you
and
know?
you'll be like, and the person be like, Brazilian wig, Peruvian wig, lace wig. You're like, what is going
How?
on?
What's the
I
connection?
just wanted to post a picture for my friends to see of me having a good time or eating good food. Someone is selling lace wig
It's
in your, like,
in the
why?
comment section. Oh my gosh. Yo, you know what's funny? Okay, so not like my own comment. Again, guys, protect your space. My account is private, so it's really easy for me. But you know those like shade room type accounts. Have you ever gone through, especially for some like wild
The
posts?
one that you told me about the other day, I went into the comment
Which
section.
one?
I
Which one
was
was?
laughing.
Which one was that?
Uh, let me go to my IG and see.
No,
There
but
was
like
only,
while you're looking for it, I personally
yeah.
feel like there's two ways I could feel about comment section. Sometimes I'm like, damn, these people are wilding. But on one side, there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing this, because they either call the person out or they say something that I picked up on.
Age update for 2022.
Oh,
1990.
you'll love other day I was like, okay, guys, let me say this. Let me try to summarize the post. So there was this post of a girl that put out something, and she was basically equating the math of if you were born in a certain year, what your age is, and she was like, 1996, you will
Ah,
be turning 28
I
in
was
2022.
literally in tears.
1997, you will be turning 20,
28,
20
28 years old.
and I was like,
Ah, I
I
was confused for
can't.
1 second. I'm like, what
So
is going?
confused because I was like, it can't be me. And the reason why I was so confused was because it was posted on like a blog, like a big blog, and people were liking it. And I was like, I'm sorry, but this math is not mathing. Like, I have to make sure I'm not the only one here that's seeing this. So I
Ah,
went into the comments, and it was so funny. People came for her. They said, what school did she go to?
social media is great. It's a different world. Like, what can be happening in the comment section can be something entirely
Yo,
different.
do you know what's also funny? When people in the comment section are fighting,
Yep, yep. In fact, especially in those lives like IG live, you'll be seeing people fighting in the comment section, and sometimes the host has to be like, "Yo, what y'all fighting about? Please
it's not that serious.
take that energy out of my comment section." Like when you see someone's comment section, 24,000, like
Yeah,
what can be that important? You understand what I'm
yo,
saying? Like,
and usually it's like some stupid stuff. The other one that I saw recently that really triggered me. There's this actress. She's a black actress. She's actually Nigerian. She was on Orange is the New
insecure.
Black. Orange is the New
Oh,
Black.
Uzo,
Uzo,
Aduba.
yeah, and I think
Okay.
her husband. There was a post about that, and I thought they looked cute. And I went into the comment section because the caption was some weird ass shit. And some people were like, "Oh, he's only with her for the money. There's no way he goes to bed." And I was just like, "What the hell is wrong with you guys? Like, no, you cannot flat out just disrespect somebody that you don't know her life. First of all, she's happy. Can you be happy for her?" Like, I was so upset reading the
Nah, it's the
comments.
norm. It's the norm now. It's the norm now. It's the norm now. What would you say are some of your pet peeves on social media? Like, nah, I'm out, that kind of thing. Or
Definitely
block.
stuff like that. Like just when people are just super negative for no damn reason.
Yep,
It's
yep.
obvious that they're going through shit in their own life and they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
just project it. But things like that, you typically see them on like celebrity pages or influencers or blog pages and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I think the other thing that I don't like on social media is just the clout chasing. Like it's really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram for sure, it's the shop, the sponsor, all the content I didn't ask
Mm-hmm.
for that I'm seeing. Like I
Mm-hmm.
like the explore page, and I
Mm-hmm.
personally feel like if they want to make the user experience more seamless on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
make the explore page really an explore page. Don't make my feed some marketplace. Like literally, there are times when I'm scrolling and scrolling and like 10 posts in one are sponsored. Like, what is this? Go to my explore page, stay there, don't come on my feed. So I don't like that about Instagram.
Mm.
The fakeness, oh gosh.
I hate the lies. I hate the clouds. I hate gossip blogs. But the problem is, I still read some. Like, I'm
Same. What
subscribed
part
to
of the
Shade Room.
problem? What part of the problem,
I
Lamide?
guess so. I guess so. Which is why we
I'm
had to
actually
have
not
this
subscribed to
episode.
any blog though, but I'm not surprised. I see them on my explore page or somebody sends them to me,
No,
but
I think I follow the Shade Room. Sometimes I feel like I hate all those Finsta accounts things, like, the creating an entirely fake different page just to say negative things about people. I think it's weird. I think social media has created a huge monster in people that, you know,
mm,
shouldn't even exist in the first place. I hate cancel culture. I think there's no room for learning.
mm,
I think social media is propagating that life, or that,
mm.
that is it's propelling that thought and environment that it's okay to think you can determine someone's future. Like, I
Mhm.
see campaigns like, let's cancel him. Oh no, he
Oh
has to go.
yeah,
She has to go. I'm
yeah.
like, who are you?
Who
Like,
are you? Yeah.
imagine people determining your life's outcome like that. Like, apparently now everybody is perfect. Everybody is a social commentator. Everybody knows what is right. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. Can I say something really quick? Because I definitely agree with you. I think cancel culture is, like you said, who are you to determine the outcome of somebody's lives and just wipe somebody off? Especially because we all make mistakes.
Uh-huh.
However, one thing that I would say that I like about it hasn't necessarily been cancel culture itself, but it's come out of cancel culture
Mhm.
is I guess we can call it accountability culture, where
Mhm.
now we actually call celebrities out for weird, not so great stuff that they've
Do you
done
understand what I'm
that we
saying?
couldn't do before. Because think about it, R. Kelly got away with half the shit that he did when back
Bro,
in the
because
day.
they themselves, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
If they decide to start calling out all the people that knew about R. Kelly's dealings,
Yeah.
down
A
from
lot
all
of
the
people knew.
executives at the label, they all
They
knew.
just
So
moved
like,
their head because they're like, oh, he's such a great person. Or not great. It's like,
what is the sudden holier than thou? We did not know. They are now all forming like we
yeah.
care about the girls, King Kong, King
Yeah.
Kong.
I feel you.
Bunch of liars.
Liars.
Bunch
Yeah.
of liars.
Wait, last question before we wrap this up. So, like, we're talking about the not so great things about about social media. Do you
Uh-huh.
like anything about it?
Well, definitely. I like the fact that it's a launching pad for
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
any and everybody. Like, like you said earlier, like again, it might sound like contradicting myself, but I think because I'm able to personally tell the
Mm-hmm.
difference, it is what it is. Like
Yep.
personally, if you're a good person, you have a product or you have a talent or something, it's
Yep.
a launching pad. Put
Mm-hmm.
yourself on there. Your market will find you, and
Mm-hmm.
you can build a community,
Bruh,
and you can,
yeah.
whether you want to be famous or you want to earn a living, like
You just want to share your
you
talent.
just want to share your talent, or
Yeah.
it's a huge launching pad, and
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's social media is a leveler.
Mm.
Anybody can make it at any
Yes, I
bloody
love
time.
that. Yeah, especially
It's a
TikTok.
leveler,
Yeah,
especially TikTok. So like
yeah,
I love that about it. I also love the fact I love the community aspect of it.
yep,
You said something earlier, much earlier in the podcast, that you know friends that you're not super close to,
yep.
like they don't live around you or something like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can reach out, you can see what's going on,
Connected.
you can
Yeah.
share in the moments, joy
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like. So I like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So maybe the community and also the impacts, like the way it can launch your career or launch
Yeah.
you. I like
Yeah.
that. I definitely
Yeah.
like that. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I agree with everything you said. I think the only thing I would add is like the exposure. There's so many
Right.
things that I've learned off of social media,
Yep.
down
The
to
learning part.
recipes,
Yeah.
hacks, things like
Yep.
that
Yep.
that you
Yep.
just wouldn't know. But
Yep.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this was a great episode.
It
It
was.
was
It
so much
was.
fun. If you listened this far, thank you for riding with us. So this
Yep.
season, we actually want to start interacting with you guys using our social media
Mm-hmm.
outlets more.
Yep.
So if you're not following us already, follow us on Adult Puzzle on Instagram, uh, Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and you can also find us on YouTube. And the other thing is you can send us DMs, messages, comment
Mm-hmm.
on our content, or if you want to be super personal, you can send us an email at life@adultpuzzlepod.com. Just let us know what you think. Any of the different talking points that we discussed here, if there's
Mm-hmm.
something that stood out to you, please bring it up with us. Send us an email, a DM, and we can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it on air or even just like continue conversation on social media. Make sure you like our stuff, share, rate us on all our
Yes.
platforms
Do
that we
that.
put
Do
out
that.
our
Do
podcast
that.
on.
Please. We
Spotify.
need. We
Spotify now
need
has
you.
ratings, so please rate us on Spotify, Apple Music,
We need it. We
Amazon.
need it. We need it.
We
And we
need it.
have also planned for you guys. We're gonna have a lot of conversation on Twitter Spaces
Yep.
this season. So You guys should be on the lookout for that. You're going to catch Ed
Yes.
and I having some, interesting combos on there. And feel free to join, listen in, and have a good time. We have
Yes.
so much planned for y'all this year, this season, and it's going to be the best version of us you've ever seen. So, bye.
Bye.